Yo, ¿cómo están? It's Wild on Tuesday, and thank you for joining my channel. Please hit the like, the subscribe, and the bell for future notifications. This week's topic, we're going to be going over, are there any more neutral zones in the MCC? Let's go. Yo, ¿cómo están? This is Wild on Tuesday, and thank you for joining my channel. Please remember, like I said before, hit the like and the subscribe and the bell for future notifications. This week's topic, we're going to be going over, are there any more neutral zones in the set? I mean, this is just a short rant, but I've been noticing more and more everywhere I go in my city, through Texas, a lot of bars and establishments have signs not to allow anybody with their colors, rags, cuts, whatever you want to call them. And we're all getting upset that they're profiling. It goes against our, our amendments and against the Constitution. But who's at fault for this? Looking back, of course, I hate looking back on the incident in Waco. That was one of the starting points of the recent years, but it happened before that too. But that led to a lot of people, businesses, mom and pop the owners of small businesses to reevaluate and see if it's worth the liability to have events and bike nights anymore. The insurance company, long story short, little city I'm not going to name, the owners always held a bike night every week. Every week they did. They enjoyed it. They loved it. They're like I think in their 60s. It was their best retirement business. They loved it. But one night, two MCs got into it. A person was stabbed, and it was a big melee. And there was already like 200 bikes there, kids, family members. You know, people brought their families. It was something that they didn't want people to see. Of course, the cops got involved. They got sued and also held liable for certain things that happened there, that the insurance company jacked up the prices and also told them if they will not insure them if they host any more bike nights. And that just is crazy to me. So they stopped doing bike nights. Just like Waco, if you look at articles, a lot of owners of businesses had to double think if they want to take the liability. Over half of them decided not to, and they actually put signs about no colors, rags, or cuts allowed. I mean, like I said, it sucks. It goes against against the Constitution. But at the same time, who's at fault of this? We are leading the race regarding independent riders. About over 90% of the riders are independents. The small percentages are MC bikers. And don't get me wrong, independents get in fights at bars and stuff, but usually when you have groups of guys in an MC causing issues at a place that is supposed to be a neutral event, what the hell's going on? You got people outnumbering another group and jumping them and being cowards about stuff rather than going one-on-one in another area. They're disrupting the business of a mom and pop or a corporation in front of kids, not caring of what the results are and how people view the biker community. So my question to people are there any more neutral zones? And if someone throws out a Harley dealership, that's bullshit. There's been many incidents, one recently, that a club outnumbered by 20 people and jumped a few people in a cowardly act. In front of kids, in front of families, in daylight. At a Harley. That's not the first one. It happens throughout the past years. There's other stories I can keep telling. So who's at fault for these purposes? You're telling me. I mean, we're giving, like I said, majority of the riders, the bikers, the clubbers don't really do stuff like that. But the handful that do are ruining for everybody. The government, the city, is looking for just one melee to happen like that anywhere. And they have a lot of laws that they're trying to push right now to ban people wearing colors. to ban people riding in groups with the same colors, insignias, and patches. Look what's going on in Australia. You think that's not happening here in the U.S.? You don't think that could happen? You better think again. You got to start thinking and understanding that our rights every day are being stripped, and we do have to defend those rights, but we also have to do things to make sure that we keep our rights in our hands. We can't let people by a handful ruin things for everybody. I can't think of one neutral zone unless it's just, if you're talking about a bar that belongs to a certain club and people won't even attend, and neutral clubs will attend, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where are the locations, other than the biggest rallies in the world. Even there, you have to be careful. Other rival clubs can call each other and say, by the way, we will be at this event. We're looking not to step on toes. We will defend ourselves, but we're looking to have a good time and support the community, support the drive. Speaking of a drive, the toy drive, just the other year, that same thing happened. There was a little toy drive, and there was a fight between two clubs, which shut the toy drive down early. And for the next couple of years, they stopped doing that drive. That group stopped doing that drive because what happened there. And those are just a few stories that I have on the top of my head, but I know I always hear it all the time of something happening somewhere, at a bar, at an event, at a rally, at a Harley, at another bike dealership. Are there any more neutral zones that folks don't have to worry? I mean, you're going to have people stop taking their kids to events thinking that something's going to happen. So please, in the comment section, leave any notes, any places that you think is a neutral zone, or what could people do to avoid this. It's just a quick thought in my head. I'm just, ranting on just because I was thinking. I can't think of one place. I really can't. We used to have a lot of places that were neutral zones. It was almost like we talked about protocol. It used to be protocol not to do something in certain areas. But that doesn't go, that flew out the window. Till next week, much love and respect. Peace.